I want to welcome everybody to Down the Rabbit Hole here at Conscious Life Expo. Are you guys having a great time? Yeah? Woohoo! Awesome. And I just want to say that it is my great honor to introduce my friend Sasha, or otherwise known as Alex the Comic. He is a beautiful blend of both humor and speaking truth, but also helping people deal with like their trauma and their wounding through comedy. And when I first met him and was interacting with him, I was like, you need to come to my conference. You need to come down to my rabbit hole here at Conscious Life Expo. And so he did. He made the trek all the way from Canada to, yes, Canadian, and he's had to escape Canada a few times to get here to share his brilliance with us. And so he not only is a big truth teller, but he also is all about love, and he has these beautiful love messages in his t-shirts. And also he's creating this platform that's helping people come together with if you have projects and you need money, kind of thing. You have projects and people who want to make projects happen. So I think that's something he also just needs to share with the world, because this is how we are creating solutions, right? And we are being the solutions to the problems that are out there right now. So everybody, if you will, please help me welcome Alex the Comic.
All right. LA. Free range humans, how are ya? You're alive, you made it. You survived. Listen, everyone should get an award just for surviving the pandemic. You all did great. All the people that love Pfizer, make some noise! Okay, good. You're in the right place. No love for Pfizer. Good. I'm trying to warn people. Listen, if you love Bill Gates, this might not be the right show for you. I mean, if you got a Bill Gates sticker right up on your wall, I don't know. But thank you for coming out. I did sneak into your country again as a pureblood, technically not supposed to be in America. But guess what? Greyhound, $43, baby. This show is dedicated to Greyhound. Thank you. When I make it really big, you guys can sponsor me. I'll have my own private jet like the elites, but you guys can. I don't believe in global warming. I'm getting the plane, okay? Sorry. But yes, I snuck in the country once. I had to rent a little private plane with some people to sneak out. That was a whole drama. Oh my God, no passport control, nothing. It's the rich people. It's so good. I did it once. It's so good. I understand why the need to steal all our money, because having your own plane is so good. But anyway, we don't have to go into that. But it's great to be here. Before we go into all I like how it would be like a spiritual comedian or a conspiracy theory. It's all true. It's a comedian who tells the truth now. I'm not even special. He talks 2020. He's a conspiracy theorist comedian. Now it's just like, yeah, he's a comedian. He's funny. That's it. I lost my title, but anyway, that's cool. We'll see. You guys can be the judge at the end. You guys can judge. So, but I'll start off with just a little bit about. We'll see. I got used to. Anyone else know about the blue light? I don't wear these to look cool. I probably look stupid, but these lights are unnatural, and you're not supposed to have them in your face all the time, especially after sunset. That's why I wear the shades. So, but we'll see. I like to make contact, so we'll see if I can survive. So, my name is Alexander. Russians will call me Sasha. Where to begin? So, all human beings have a certain amount of inner conflict. Yes? My background is part Russian, part Ukrainian.
Wow.
So, I've got a little bit more these days. But then I'm awake, so I realize it's all bullshit. It doesn't fucking matter. So my family escaped. We escaped communism in Russia, basically. Now, anyone else escaping communism in their background? Okay, good. One lady over here, beautiful. Germany, yeah, communo-fascism mix, yeah. It doesn't even matter anymore. It's just like the cabal, and then there's us. You know what I mean? You're either free human or you're one of them, and you want to kill all of us. It's really does it really matter what we call it? I'm reading a book called The Most Dangerous Superstition by Larkin Rose. Amazing. Like, if you haven't read this book, read the book. It's just the only people who, like, all our problems. It's all people are bad, people are great. No, yeah, there's some bad people. It's government. You know what I mean? And that's what shocked me over the last couple of years, that people still believe what the government says. Like people think they want you to be healthy. They love you. They want to be your friend. Has anyone ever taken any history at all? Like, all the murder, death, stealing, evil shit ever! Government. Forever! All the way back to the beginning. Jesus was there and fucking bitching about government. Jesus, he was there. So it's nice that people are getting it. It's beautiful. But can you imagine what it would be like if the government, the last 3 years, if the government really cared about our health? Can you imagine? They'd be pulling you over. Excuse me, sir, can you get out of the car? Yeah, you're a little bit overweight. Do you mind, have you heard about fasting? Let me give you this booklet over here. You look stressed. Can you take your shoes off and just go get your feet on this grass over here? Go and hug this tree right now. I want you to breathe your energy into the tree. Breathe into the tree. Tell the tree you'd like some healing energy. Exhale with the tree. When's the last time you ate some vegetables? Jimmy, get the vegetable truck out! We got a McDonald's eater. Let's go get the vegetables! It would be very different reality. Yeah. Anyway, that joke was supposed to be later. I want to tell you about me, but I just got passionate because I'm reading this book, and I got all excited, and there's a gentleman here also who's waking people about the government, so I got excited. So we'll start at the beginning. So I'm Alex. I had a traumatic childhood. Anyone out there have a tough time in the beginning? Oh yeah, those are my people, yes! So many, I can't resonate. You know the people who their lives are just perfect and their mommy and daddy love them. I'm just like, fuck you! Get out of my face! My mom, she just beat the shit. I got the shit kicked out of me, and all the time, but mainly it was just psychological abuse. That was it, just all the time. You're gonna, the thing she would say to me the most was, you're gonna amount to, you're gonna be nothing. When you grow up, you're gonna be nothing. So she did have a spiritual side. Okay, that's a tester for spirituality. That's it. Don't worry if you didn't get that joke yet. It's all right. It's fine. What? Doesn't matter. She was, of course, she was my teacher. I talk about that later. But first, we gotta establish where I'm coming from. So she was really traumatized. And they didn't really have personal work. They didn't have this kind of there's no shadow work. There's no ayahuasca. It was I'm born in 79. You know what I mean? It's just communism, and you run away and you just beat your kids like you got beat. That's what it is. And I get that. But so she was like a shoe thrower. My mom loved. She was anybody? Is it just me? Yes, sir. You're my bro. I'm buying you lunch. This guy right here. She had the Russian boots that are to the knee, and she would just boomerang those back, just it was unbelievable. I was dodging shoes like Neo from the Matrix at 6 years old. It was unbelievable. The bonus was I was dodgeball champion at school for 4 years. It was great, because you're not afraid of a ball. Oh, he's not afraid of the ball. No, he's not afraid of the ball. It's a ball. Who cares? It was weird. My mom sent me to Christian camp as a kid. Yeah, that sounds like a great time, especially when you're Jewish. They're looking at me what are you doing here? I'm I don't know what I'm doing here. The quintessential question. They wanted to crucify me. No, it's okay, don't. It's fine. I wanted a dog as a kid. I was a normal kid. I wanted a dog. Who had a dog? Yeah, normal. My stepfather, I wish I was making this up. My stepfather bought me a goat. I'm born in Toronto, Canada. A goat. They don't do anything. They just poop. They just make these little tiny little poops, and they just poop everywhere. Hey, where'd Sasha go? Follow the poop trail. That's it. That was terrible. So the kids didn't want to play with me, and I was highly traumatized. And I used to think my mom, she had a lot of demons, she had a lot of trauma, all those things. But later, when I really meditated on it, I realized my mom was actually getting me ready for how the government would treat me in 2020. So in a way, it was prep school. You know what I'm saying? Because when the government's like, you're going to do this shit, we're going to inject you, you do what we say. I'm like, wait. I remember this. So yeah, it was a little awkward. My grandma, so I basically didn't have like a normal connection with the divine feminine. This was a big setup for me for life, right? Because like my mom was really ill. My father left when I was a kid, so I was basically had to, I was on my own. My grandma was really sweet. Anybody have like an amazing grandma that just loves you? Fuck, the grandmas are the best. I just love it's hard, you never meet a grandma and go, what a bit, it doesn't even have, do they even make evil grandmas? Like, has anyone had an evil, this guy's like, maybe. I don't know what happened over there. My grandma was great. She would just feed me and look at me and just as I eat, It's amazing I'm skinny because food is my thing. And my grandma once, this happened, I saw the grandma's dark side once and it really messed me up. We're coming into her building one day and her neighbor was coming home right in that very moment. And her neighbor was Polish. And my grandma just started going off like the most racist anti-Polish, just calling them beasts and animals and they're dirty, like the most horrific stuff. And I was shocked. This lady also, that's right. Another sweet grandma right there just going, no, it's not nice. You're right. And I looked at grandma and I said, Grandma, what are you talking about? You can't just attack the Polish because they're Polish. That's racist. And my grandma looked at me dead serious and she just said, I wasn't being racist. I was only talking about the Polish.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought that was, I never tell that, but the other day it was funny. So, go ahead, share it. So I had a really tough time. So as I was getting older, and I had a lot of physical pain because I had all that trauma in my body because I was basically in a war my whole life, right? My mom's not giving me love. I don't have a father figure, so I had a lot of physical pain, and I was trying to work it out. Anybody? I had a few people nodding. Okay, it stays in the body until you get it out. I remember years later, I had a medical massage from a Chinese lady who I was screaming for an hour and a half, like top of my lungs, like I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to freak out the people in the other room, but like top of my lungs screaming, and it was amazing. And for 6 months, I felt amazing. But this little Chinese lady comes up to me afterwards. This is verbatim. She just looks at me, walks up to me. I'm just like just been reborn. She looks at me very serious and she said, your pain is not a physical pain. Your pain is spiritual pain. She just knew. Yeah. So I had this big gap, a lot of healing to do. And I really wanted a girlfriend. I was growing up, I didn't have love in my life. I wanted to get a girlfriend. Pretty normal, pretty standard. And I was awkward. I was so awkward with them. Guys, ladies know what I'm talking about. She's like smiling like, yeah, one of those guys. Right? Guys don't know. We don't know what we're doing. We just want to be loved. And we're like, please, I was so needy, guy. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to just be real here. I was so needy. I was like, please love me. I'll do anything. I'll buy you flowers. I'll take you to dinner. I'll do anything. And we were like, ah! And they would just run. It was terrible. You all know those guys. It was bad. And I needed to fix it. So I got into the pickup subculture. There's a whole multi-million-dollar industry where men are teaching other men. She is not impressed with this. She's like, I don't like it. Teaching other men how to basically get a girlfriend, how to talk to women, all this kind of stuff. Huge industry, millions and millions of dollars. And I got into it, and a lot of it was very sleazy, manipulative. Oh yeah, like go to a bar and get them drunk, and then tell them you're cool. Just bullshit. It was a lot of bullshit. And I was like, I don't like this. And I had this crazy idea in my head. I'm just going to go on the street, and I'm just going to talk to women. And if I see an attractive woman, I'm just going to walk up to her and say, hey, you're beautiful. I want to meet you. What's your name? Can we get a coffee? Normal. And people would look at me going, that's never going to work, bro. You can't just be yourself. You got to do all the lines. You got to buy them stuff. It's not going to work. I'm going to do it. I don't care. And I started doing it, and I started having a lot of success. And I was just making all these videos of me, like going and talking to women and giving out dating advice. And what I realized was the biggest thing stopping men, probably all of us, it's really fear of rejection. This is what I figured out. Everybody's terrified, of just like, fuck off, don't talk to me. That's it, we're terrified. And so I started teaching, eventually I got really good. I started teaching these courses to men. Fundamentally, yes, there was like a little bit of flirting and how to have a conversation, how to get to know someone, all those things. But 80% of it was just getting over that fear of rejection. That's really what I was teaching, getting over your fear of rejection. And I would make these guys, for the first few hours of my course, I would make these guys do socially awkward things where people would judge them and think that they were strange on purpose. For example, people are like, know where this is going. For example, you're walking down the street, you see a couple, walk up to the couple and just start talking to them. Hey, how you guys doing? You guys together? That's great. Listen, a quick question for you guys. I'm getting a gift for my ex-girlfriend's birthday. And do you guys have a good idea? Because I don't want to get her a present that says I want to get back together with you, but I want to just get her something that says I care about you as a friend. What do you guys? Maintaining eye contact, full nose picking, 5 minutes, just keep going. So good, right? And also like, sometimes I'd start them off not with that one. That's not the first one. The first one would be basic. The first one, you just walk up to like a Starbucks window or something, and you just walk up to the glass. All the customers are in here, and you just put your face right up against the wall, and you just look simple, and you just stare up at the ceiling with your mouth open. 5 minutes, just. It's great. It's great. Sometimes you go in there, and there'll be a couple like on a date, sitting there, and you just walk up and go, hey, are you guys using this chair? And they're like, no, go ahead and take it. And you're like, thanks so much. And you sit down and just join them. You guys on a first date? Yeah? You gonna sleep with this guy tonight or what? Too far? That was fun. And it goes on all day. Like we had so many uncomfortable things. If you're on an elevator, yeah. Just be like, I am so sorry, guys. I just ripped a really bad one. That's about to hit right now. And sometimes if someone else farts, take the credit. Just be like, I'm really sorry. And it's great because the guy who did it will be like, you know what I mean? It's like really, no one expects that. It's great. Social freedom. I came up with a new one. You're probably not gonna do this one, but it's funny, so I'll share it. Have you guys ever heard of urine therapy? You understand who does not know you're supposed to drink your own urine? Okay, yeah, okay. So there's always a few people like, what are you talking about? Guess what, guys? It's wakey time. Welcome to Rabbit Hole. So everything the government tells you is the opposite of the truth, including what your urine is. So true story. Basically, what your body takes everything it's not using when you're processing the liquids. It takes all the nutrients, vitamins, everything, and puts it aside for your later use. If you get bitten by a snake, I had a friend that got bitten. He took a peanut by accident, and he was going into anaphylactic shock. He was going to die. Guess what he did? He drank his urine, because your body's that intelligent. It puts the anti-venom or poison into your urine in about 30-40 seconds after you're taking in the poison. That's your human body. If people knew that shit, there would be no hospitals, there'd be a few healers for rare conditions, but you heal most stuff with your urine. Wow. Yeah, it's great. True story. So it's great. I haven't been, and dry fasting. No food, no water. 36 hours, 48 hours, you feel yourself getting sick, don't eat, don't drink, your body does everything. I haven't been sick in about 4.5 years. I think I feel something, bam, knock it out. Okay? But get your shots! Get your vaccine! Come on, do it! But I could just drink my piss and he'll cure everything. Why would I? And it's free. And it's free. God gave it to me. It's amazing people believe any of that stuff. The creator of all is has just made everything perfect. Your heart and your lungs and nature and the trees and the plants. Everything's perfect. But the creator fucked up on your immune system. And the creator made Bill Gates to fix your immune system. She looks a little confused. So a really fun social freedom exercise with the urine. Next time you go to the urinal as a man and you're there peeing, put a little bit in your hand, look the guy next to you right in the eye, and just drink. It's good for you. Have you tried it? Hey, where are you going? I want to say hi. No? All right. It's great. So good. I got caught on a plane once this recently because they don't let you take your liquids on the plane, right? No liquids because, you could turn it into a bomb. of course. It has nothing to do with controlling you or letting you know you're the government's bitch by going through all your stuff and then standing there in a fucking cancer machine doing this. It's for your safety, madam. You understand, don't you? It's for your safety. For your safety. So basically what happened was the pandemic happens, right? They're rolling out all the fear porn, right? And who knew right from the beginning, like, okay, they're just going to scare everyone and then everyone gets the injections. Put your hands up. Okay, most people know. There's one person who's had the shots in the room going, oh God, I don't know if I can make this show. You might not make it through the next bit, but we'll see. No, I love you. Do your healing if you got it. I love you. I want you to make it. I want everyone to make it. I really do. It's the spiritual comedian's dilemma. You know, like, I know we're all one consciousness experiencing itself through infinite forms, and it's perfect and it's beautiful, and I want everyone to have their perfect experience because the universe is going to decide perfectly, co-creating with you when and how your awakening is going to go, and it's going to be beautiful. And the comedian in me is like, dude, if you took those shots, you're a fucking retard. And making fun of people is so much fun, even though we're all one. And it's a dilemma. It's a dilemma. What I tell people, though, is because I know we're all one, I'm really just making fun of myself. And that helps. That's what I tell myself. You're kind of an asshole sometimes. Yes, but to myself. To myself. So let's just... So basically the pandemic happens, and I really get my call. I'm just like, the universe is like, okay, bro, this is it. You know, you got your social freedom, you're a comedian, you're funny. I had a bit of a following from my old business. So I'm just like, okay, we got to warm it. We can't just sit around and make money. Like, what is, you got to do it. So I'm like, all right. So I got very, very involved in the freedom movement in Canada, doing lots of very interesting things to try and wake people up. Oh my God, we did so many things. One of the fun ones we did, I went to get some vegetables at the vegetable market. I was wearing this little yellow star. We would wear these in protest. It was a little yellow star that said unvaccinated on it, right? So I go down to the market, right? Don't worry, I'll be selling them later. And this guy, I'm just like, guy looks at me and he just gets serious and he's like, hey bro, like what's with the yellow star? And I'm like, well, I'm glad you asked. As an unvaccinated person in Canada, I'm not allowed to fly, take trains, go to restaurants with my friends, or partake in lots of normal human activities. And so I feel a lot like the Jews did in Nazi Germany in the 1930s. And this little star with unvaxxed on it is my way of protesting. And he looked at me very serious and he just said, well, I find that very offensive. And I said, well, I'm Jewish and I think it's very funny. And you know what I find offensive? The government trying to kill me and all my friends! Kind of takes priority, doesn't it, over you being offended. Yeah. My basic rights being taken away for Big Pharma's profits. Yeah. So what else did we do? So we had a lot of fun. One protest we did, we went to, did you guys have vaccine passports here too, right? I think you guys did it? No? You guys said no? Depends where you were. Okay, fair enough. Seattle, yeah, go Seattle. Wow, I was just in Seattle. It's like Vancouver light. It was amazing. Same thing. Just zombies walking around. It's great. Yeah, don't go to Seattle. Sorry, Seattle people. I love you, but we did this one protest. So you weren't allowed to go into a restaurant in Canada if you didn't have the clock shot, right? And so we're making our signs. We're gonna go. Our plan is we're gonna get some food. Right, we're going to get protest signs, no shot, no food. Is this freedom? And we're going to eat food outside of the restaurant with our signs. And in my head, the Canadians are going to realize they're going to see us eating outside, and they're going to go, oh, "This is tyranny. These are our brothers and sisters. This is crazy." And they'll throw their burgers down, and they'll walk out, and they'll join us in protest. No, that's not what happened. People were looking at us like we're insane. Yeah, one guy, he's just like, what are you guys doing? And I explained it to him. He's like, just get your shot. What are you doing? Just get the shot. It takes 10 seconds. I'm like, dude, have you actually looked at the ingredients in the shot? What are you saying? It's unhealthy? This burger's probably more unhealthy than that fucking thing. Who gives a shit? That's all shit. Wow. I'm like, you're going to have to be getting one of those every 6 months. He's like, fuck it, I'll take another one right now. It takes 10 seconds. Fucking give it to me. And this is an actual person, by the way. It's not he's being funny. This is an actual person. And it was at that point I realized, I'm like, you know what? Some people can't save them. Let's sell them stuff. And I thought, you know what? For this guy, I came up with the idea of the Vax Vape, right? Why just get your shot every 6 months? Just get the spike proteins right to your veins 24 hours a day. Just bam, straight to the veins. It would be great. Vax patches, I was thinking. Vax patches. I thought Vax patches would be good. I can't believe anybody fell for it. I really don't. People are so gullible. Like I'm waiting for the next. Who feels it? Like they're gonna pull some more bullshit, right? Could be anything. Could be the CBDs. Million and one things. Shut down the internet and they seed it. They got to tell you it's one of the rules. They got to seed all the ideas because that way they're getting your consent because they told you what they're gonna do. A lot of people they've been preparing for the alien invasion card. That's a big one. Absolutely. Well, honestly, people are so gullible. If they came out tomorrow and were like, yeah, there's an alien invasion, most people would be like, are the aliens vaccinated? That would be their question. It's unbelievable. Yeah. How do we stop them from crossing the border? I have one friend who's like a prepper friend. Anybody got like a prepper friend? He's like, you gotta get your food, get your gold, get ammo. Everyone's got one of those. I'm more like I can fight, but I'm more like a lover and a healer type. So my plan is to have a really big healing center and just have a lot of storage space for weapons. So it's a healing and Om Shanti Shanti up top. You go in the basement, AK-47s and rocket launches. But you don't get down there unless, shit gets real. But my friend was just like, you gotta get some Bitcoin. And I was like, I don't need Bitcoin, I've got sperm. I got unvaccinated sperm. I hear it's going for $3,500 a load. Now, just listen, I'm good looking, I'm funny, my dick still works. I have the investment of the future. I don't need your cryptos. I'm good, ladies. We'll talk after. We'll talk. My girlfriend's like, you're doing all these shows, you're not making money. I'm like, just wait another couple of months. We're gonna be set. I'm not gonna sleep with the other women. I'm just gonna. Yeah. I'm also gonna donate sperm. I had sometimes my partner, she complains. She's like, listen, I want to make love more often. She could do it all the time. And I said, but baby, because we're one, I don't want to perpetuate separation. You know what I'm saying? Because we're already one. We don't have to physically do it. Sometimes just two women laughing is enough for me. Thank you. She tells me she wants more. She's like, give me more. How come you don't give me more compliments? I'm like, we're spiritual. I don't want to big up your ego. I know everyone knows you're beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to come on you. I want to come on your soul. I want to elevate your soul. All right. I said that earlier today, and I was like, that's funny. You got to try. You don't know if you don't try. It's fine. So we're talking about the pandemic. I'll take this off. What else did we do to wake people up? I did everything I could. It was insane. Did you guys make an effort? You guys made an effort? It's crazy, isn't it, that the people will believe the government more than their own friends and fathers and sisters. It's insane. That blows me away to this day. I'm like, really? I remember one friend messaged me before he was going to get the shots. He messaged me, he's like, I'm going to get the shots. And I'm like, dude, I sent him all the shit. I'm like, don't do it. Look at this. It's not safe. We don't know what's in it. Don't be fucking crazy. I just sent him all the things. And he's like, yeah, I really like the country I live in, and they're mandating, so I'm just going to get it. And this guy's like he's rich. He's a multi-million. I'm like, you're fucking rich. Nobody can tell you what to do. Go to another country. You could buy a plane. I'm just going to do it. And then the last year, he's just been angry. Just like, fuck, yeah. I told him how to clean it. It's fine. He'll be fine. You can clean it. Let's be honest. Your soul is more powerful than any of that shit. Right? Yeah, absolutely. 100%. That's what it comes down to. It's just an opportunity for a greater awakening. But man, some people are really passing on this great opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It's great, but you got to do it. I remember one time, I had a big shift at some point because I put so much energy into waking people up, and at some point I kind of made a deal with the universe. I'm like, okay, look, if you really want me to do it, put them right in front of my face. I'm not going out there flying millions of people. Make it obvious. And sometimes the universe is like, this person. I'm like, all right. So, funny story. I'm in a yoga class, Bikram yoga class. Just about to go in, and the guy, this big dude, just walks right in, pauses, and just looks at his watch and goes, "Oh man, I forgot my second jab appointment this morning." This is at a yoga studio where most people know, right? So I'm just like, I'm thinking he's joking, right? So I look over and I'm like waiting for a punchline, a smile, and he's just like, serious. And I'm like, this guy's good. If he is joking, he is good. And I couldn't tell, and I said, I can't tell if you're joking or what. And he looks at me and goes, no, I'm serious. I forgot to go for my second shot. And I looked up, I'm like, all right, fine, I'll do this one. So I go do the yoga class, And after, I come up to the guy, and I'm like, just, don't be triggered, just breathe, stay in your body. Okay, it's all good. I come up to him, and I'm just like, hey, brother, like, good vibes, like, hey, man, you have a good yoga class? And he's like, yeah, man, that was awesome. I'm like, yeah, good class. So listen, you ever read the ingredients in those vaccines? And he looks at me and just goes, Moderna? And I'm like, that's not the ingredients. I'm like, he's like, should I read the ingredients? I'm like, you might want to take a look. And then just in that moment, another guy runs right up to him, gets right in his face and goes, it's not even FDA approved, bro, and just walks off. And I was like, yes, thank you, Lord. 2 on 1, I love it, thank you, Jesus. It was so good. It was perfect. We can't write that. Creator can write that. I can't write that. It was a beautiful moment. That very same day, I went to get a juice right after the yoga class. And there was a couple there just talking, and they were such nice, normal, as sheeple. They were just nice. I know it's a little. Somebody said to me, it's a little offensive. You're calling people sheeple. They're human beings too, or like zombies. So I want to be more accurate. I want to be respectful. Now I call people who are still taking the shots, I call them blossoming zombies. Blossoming. There's a bit of potential there. It's a bit nice. I don't know. It's a little, it's hard. I don't know. I do my best. So I hear these nice humans there talking, and I really like them. And I'm like, these are nice people. They're literally about to go get their shots. And I'm at this point in my journey where I'm like, I just want to let people live their lives. And I don't want to be pushing, but they're such nice people. And I came up with an idea because there was a song at the time going viral. This is black dude that was just, he had a song about the shots, and he was being very honest. And I just said to them, hey, you guys like music? And they're like, yeah. And I said, there's this great song you'd really like. It's called Don't Take the Vaccine. Yeah, it's a big black guy. He just raps really well and jumps around. And he basically goes like this. Don't take the vaccine! Don't take the vaccine! Don't take the poison! Yeah, you guys would really like it a lot. Check it out. Just walk off. Yeah. They probably still got it, but I tried. It's a good song. I don't know. It went viral. I don't know if you guys saw that one. Oh, yeah. It popped off. It was great. This guy was flying and rapping, and it was beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, if it wasn't for our spiritual connection, I don't know, I would have made it. It's a good thing we know that the Creator is running the show. It's a good thing. If it wasn't for that, I think I would have lost my shit, to be honest. Yeah. I feel bad for atheists, I really do. I think it's ironic that atheists still go to heaven. It's kind of funny. I don't believe in it. Doesn't matter. You're still, God is real. It doesn't matter what you think. No, I love him. Yeah, my ex-girlfriend sent to me once. This made me laugh. So I went through. Do you guys ever have like really these intense like relationships? But it's clearly Spirit wants you to learn a lot of stuff, and it just goes really crazy. You're like, I want to be with you forever. Oh my God, totally not. I never want to talk to you again. Really quick. Has anybody? Okay. So those are good. So I had one of those last year, really intense, and this woman, I learned a lot. It was beautiful. She got me into shadow work, but it turned out this woman actually had multiple personality disorder, which made me realize that I like having lots of women in my life, just not in one person. I remember my ex-girlfriend said to me, she said, Alex, for a spiritual guy, you can be a little bit of a narcissist sometimes. And I said, baby, listen, because I'm so spiritual, me being a narcissist just means I love you. You know, because we're all one. Some of you aren't ready for that joke. That's okay. That's okay. Listen, just keep doing your work. Your vibration will go a little bit higher. In the future, you'll be like, that was a good joke. It's totally fine. The same girl one time, she looked at me and she said, you know, Alex, for a spiritual guy, you can be a little bit of an asshole sometimes. And I said, baby, because I'm so spiritual, me being an asshole is just an opportunity for you to forgive me. I got a groan here. This woman put her hand down like this and just like this. I used to really enjoy judging people. I miss judging people. Because when you have these spiritual awakening experiences, you realize that we're all literally one consciousness experiencing itself, and that we're all the same being. And so, but I used to feel good about it. You know, I used to really enjoy, like, oh, I'm better looking than you, I'm more successful than you. Look at you, you don't have any, I'm more. It was great. My ego loved it. Then you go through full-on ego death, and you realize there's only God, and you're like, fuck, I can't do any of that anymore. Kind of spirituality, you know, it's a bit of a bummer sometimes, you know. As enlightenment shit, it's a bit of a bummer. Especially for a comic, right? Exactly, that's the comedian's dilemma. Comedians are funny when they make fun of shit. Well, how can you be mean to people that you know are yourself and you're being an asshole to yourself? Well, it's hard. I'm having a crisis, okay? I'm doing the best I can. I love everyone. I'm still gonna... I think if I'm gonna get a shit... Yeah, exactly. We've all got multiple personality disorder. Everybody has narcissistic tendencies and multiple personalities. This is what I realized. Are we on the same page here? Like, we're all fucked and we're all just doing the best we can to get through this shit. You know? But I find laughing about it helps. I will just say, are we having fun? Okay, all right, just making sure, you know. I'm glad I thank you for showing up, because not every, you know, like I'm infamous in Canada in the Canadian freedom movement. People know me. I walk around like, yeah, but here, no, I'm just there. They've got these huge people. I'm like, is anyone gonna come to see little comedian? But you came, and I'm glad. I'm really appreciative that you came. Yeah, we're gonna have more fun. So who's, just out of curiosity, who's had like a major, like, absolutely mind-blowing spiritual awakening where you're like, holy fuck, like your whole reality melts down, you realize this is all a dream, and it's all just a joke, like, and you're like, holy fuck. A couple people? It's not, I mean, I know it happens a lot, more and more all the time, right? So who, can you just, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, all right, good. It's great, because the thing is, like, people don't know what the fuck we're talking about when we're like, hey, it's all love, bro, we're all in, and if you haven't had some kind of like a taste of it, right? I had a friend, I was friends with him for 10 years, and then he finally, and I'm talking about, bro, it's all about the love and treating people like they were you, it's all beautiful. And he's like, yeah, it makes sense. Then he took a big dose of mushrooms. And then after 10 years, he's like, oh my God, I understand you now. I understand you now, finally. I'm like, 10 years of friendship. And he's just like, yeah, it's my weird friend. He thinks he's weird. He loves everybody. And then finally the mushrooms. So the medicines are really beautiful, if that's how you get to it. And that's how you get to it. Grace, for me, it's just been grace. Just, you know, it just happens. Things happen. You realize what's up. It's an amazing thing. Yeah, I think that's what we're coming into. I think the planet is going to go through like like the whole planet goes through a spiritual awakening. So instead of not just an individual, like we're like popcorns, like we get it. Oh my God, fuck, we just love each other. And that's more and more. But when the whole planet goes, holy fuck, we're all one being! Holy shit! We all shit our pants at the same time. It's gonna be great. Like ayahuasca ceremony, one person shits their pants and everyone else leaves the room, right? That's awkward. I've been that guy. Thank you. That's bad. But when the whole planet gets it at the same time, that's the end of the cabal. It's the end. It's literally the end of suffering. It's the end of government. No one's gonna pay money to people who are enslaving you and all your friends. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking for. So when everyone's talking about what's coming up, I'm like, that's what's coming up. Planetary enlightenment. And that's the timeline I'm choosing. And by the way, this is not comedy, just fact. You know it's a multiverse and we all switch timelines and we can literally go into multiple timelines, right? I have shifted timelines so obviously it's painful. Painful. Not comedy. Just going to share a story that happened just because it needs to be shared. Me and a friend, basically we went to look at an apartment we were interested in renting. We looked at it. It had 2 levels, and we were like, okay, level 1 is nice, second one's a little dingy, whatever. Maybe we'll rent it. We're enjoying the pool at this hotel we're staying at. We come back to this apartment 5 days later. We take a look at it again. We're like, oh, it's actually a lot cleaner. It's nice because, this is actually not so bad. Nice, let's go check out the upstairs that was super dingy. We go to walk up to the upstairs. There's no upstairs. It doesn't exist. We're looking at each other like, is this the same place the guy showed us? Maybe it's another apartment. The guy comes back. We're like, hey, do you have other apartments? He's like, no, I only have this one apartment. We're like, did you ever think about building a next level? He's like, yeah, I was going to do it, but I decided to just put the money into the main level and just keep it nicer. And I'm like, so we both, when we made the decision to rent this apartment, shifted into a timeline where it was missing a second level and the level we were on was nicer. Me and my friend, both of us. Yeah, that's just one of many. You want to hear something else really trippy? Really trippy? I have 4 names, okay? First name is Alexander, last name is Lazarev. I won't tell you my 2 middle names. But I've got 2 middle names, and it's on my birth certificate and it's on my passport. And recently, on my passport, I no longer have the 4 names. It shifted. I've only got 2, my first and my last. My birth certificate still has my full name, but not my passport. Yeah. We're even going between timelines where our names are changing. That's what's actually happening right now. It's crazy. You've all heard of the Mandela effect? Yes. So, okay, right? How many, when JFK was assassinated, you've all seen the footage of the car. How many seats are in that car? 4. How many? You've all seen it on the news. JFK was assassinated all the time. How many seats were in the car? See the car in your head. You've all seen it. How many people can seat in that car?
4.
It's 4. In my timeline, it's 4. But guess what? The timeline we're in now, it's 6. It's fucking 6. And even in this, of course it was fucking 4. And in our timeline. But even though, here's if you want to get really weird. Even though it's in the current timeline, 6 people were in that car, right? If you go to some of the museums, JFK history museums, they still have a car with 4 seats in our timeline. Yeah, work it out. It's crazy. It's insane. So we're in a multiverse, and so the answer is we don't have to win anything literally because the way the universe works is whatever you put your energy towards and your intention will manifest, including shifting into the timeline that's most in alignment with your soul's desire. So we don't have to change this planet. We literally have to shift into the planet that we want to be on. And our consciousness is literally creating all of the timelines. Should I go back to the comedy? He's a spiritual comedian and a conspiracy theorist. It's going to be diverse, okay? So yeah, it's beautiful. It's when you get it. It's like, oh man, it's crazy. And we think we know what's going on. We know like nothing. We know like nothing. All we do know is that we came here for an amazing adventure. And boy, is it that. A wise man once said, to save an ant, you must become an ant. Yeah, I know it's deep. I didn't come up with it. Yeah, you also look confused. Listen, this is why people are waiting for like Jesus to just show up and just like literally bam, and he's just gonna start healing everybody and all the bad guys go away. No, that's Project Bluebeam, if it happens, probably. But more profound is for us who are doing our service in other dimensions, for us to go, okay, planet Earth needs some help, and we come down here to be one of the beings here, and we shine our light. And that's what's happening. More of us are remembering we've all come down here. We're not from here. Does anyone think they're from here? Does anyone in the room actually think, yeah, I'm a human? Because that's crazy. That's crazy to think you're a person. You're fucking out of your mind. No, nobody's from here. We all came from out there. And it's the most crazy hologram ever. It's great. And you have to be really a black belt ninja to come here because it's really nuts. So I just want to give all of you a round of applause. Give yourselves a round of applause. You came down to the planet. You guys are amazing. You made a good choice. You're talking about for the show, right? This show? Okay, all right. Okay. So we're gonna do something a little bit different. So because I'm gonna be going around the planet. It's not just a comedy show. Okay. Before we do that, I gotta do 2 more funny things, and then we're gonna do something special, and I hope you like it. Your clothes stay on, ladies. Don't worry. Yeah, that's right. Listen, I have my partner's over here. She's very lovely. She's also on a spiritual path. My partner practices non-attachment, which is a double-edged sword because she's more likely to leave me, but if she leaves me, she's less likely to take my stuff. That's one of my favorite jokes. I had a period. Do you want me to do the dark COVID jokes? Yes or no?
Yes.
They're really dark and fucked up. Okay. I'm sorry. You guys asked for it. All right. Because we're moving into the love, but there's a dark bit that's really funny, and I feel like you paid to be here and you deserve all of the fucking good stuff. Even the stuff where most people would not be okay with it. I feel like you guys can handle it. So I was having an interesting discussion with a friend. And the discussion was, what was the most dark evil thing that happened over these last 3 years? That was a discussion. And my friend reckons it was when the churches were using the church grounds as vaccination centers. And I turned to my friend and I said, yeah, that's messed up. But to be fair, that probably is the first time in 2,000 years the church has actually brought people closer to God. If that's, guys, I told you I'm gonna do the dark shit. And you said, fuck yeah, we're big and we're adults. Free speech, fucking do it. You're not gonna catch this on YouTube. You understand this is not for YouTube. Okay, this is some real life comedy shit. Okay. Do you know how fast I get taken off YouTube? My God. So, I could be on BitChute. I know the alternatives. It's amazing they haven't erased my Instagram. It's great, but they did block me. I went viral. Did anyone see the video of the crazy guy with the bike tried to kill me? You didn't see that shit? Oh my God! Follow my Instagram, Alex the Comic. Yeah, I was doing a freedom rally where I was on my megaphone in a bunch of cars with like freedom signs, and we have like these big needles that say poison and all. It was great, and I'm just being sarcastic, just like, government loves you, everybody. Just take your shots. Bill Gates is your best friend. He loves you. No need to think for yourselves. Just do what you're told. The government is your best friend. Just take the shot. It'll be great. Just fucking trolling. And a guy comes out of nowhere with this, and he just loses his shit and takes a bike and starts smashing, like, you mother, and just starts smashing the window, and the window explodes, and it was fucking chaos. And the video went really viral. Like, I got on Alex Jones' show. I got on David Knight's show. Like, I was on our global news, like our communist media, in Canada, being sarcastic, like, yeah, trust the government loves you so much. On the mainstream news, it was me being sarcastic. Like, this shit went all over the world. If you haven't seen the video, very funny video, if I do say so myself. And it turned out recently that guy's actually a government doctor. He's head of BC Cancer in Canada. Literally, he gets paid $250,000 a year of taxpayer money, and he attacked me with a bike because I was making jokes. Yeah, it's also in the newspapers right now. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. There's a reason they booked me for the show, you know. This is the guy. We need a comedian. Which one? That guy. That guy. My first joke was Greyhound. The Greyhound's going to sponsor my world tour. It's great. So for a while there, I went through my phase, trying to wake everybody up. And I hit a dark phase as well. I hit a dark phase where I was like, my logic kind of shifted a bit, and I was like, I'm paying $3,000 a month for rent. Why am I trying to keep renters on the market? You know what I'm saying? It's stopping people from getting the shots. What am I doing here? And I just flipped. I went the other way. I started hanging around really nice mansions that I wanted to live in. I'd wait for the owner to come up and be like, excuse me, sir, is this your house? Yeah. Have you gotten your boosters yet? I got them right here in my backpack. What do you need? You need Pfizer, Moderna? I got them all. Dude, is that a barbecue in the back? That is nice. I might have to stop because it gets worse from here. I don't know. I love comedy so much. It's great. I started some good websites I thought were funny. Vaccinevirgins.com. Dating sites, vaccinevirgins.com. I started that one. I came up with all these brilliant ideas. Absolutely no pricks allowed.com. There's never been a better time for gold diggers. Normally women, if you want a rich guy, you got to date him 20, 30 years before you get his money. Now, 2, 3 years tops. I started a website for that, vaxgolddiggers.com. It's great. It's great. The shedding, yeah, the shedding's an issue, yeah. I was afraid of the shedding for a while. I was worried about it, and then I'm just like, no. No, I don't manifest anything I don't need to, so I don't worry about it at all. But yeah, it was bad. A lot of Canadian businesses got shut down. I'm a bit of an entrepreneur myself. I had a great business idea last week. What I want to do is I want to start a cleaning business, but hire only multiracial employees. I'm going to call it ethnic cleansing. All right, I'm cutting you guys off. That's it. No, that's it. No more. I'm not doing any of the dark stuff anymore. You guys can't. But you got some of them. That's it. It takes a second sometimes. So, that's good. I like a sigh. A sigh is good. How come? Is your special going to be on Netflix? Probably not. I'll be honest. Probably not on Netflix. Yeah. It'll be out there somewhere, but not on Netflix. But yeah. So I had this one beautiful story. So this has been a really cathartic experience these last few years. It's been amazing growth. And so I was getting to this point in my own journey, and I've been on the spiritual journey for a long time. I had my first kind of like, oh my God, we're on one, like in 2009, and I've done all the things. And it's just been a crazy ride. And so at one point in the universe, as I was like, I was getting my mission. My mission is to do comedy and spread love, and and so one of the things I do is I make these shirts, and they say, not this one, I took it off, but the love shirt. Love is my new normal is what it says. Yeah, it was hot. I was wearing a different shirt underneath, and I have these love stickers. And I was in a situation recently, and it really summed up kind of like what we're all doing, I think, in our journey. I was there in this art kind of exhibition, and there was this man and his kids were like 4 years old, and the kids were wearing the masks, right? And you could see the kids struggling to breathe. Like you could see the thick masks too, not the little Chinese ones that have the extra poison in them. But I even tell people, like, if you're gonna wear it, don't wear the Chinese ones with the extra poison. You know what I'm saying? Like, get a cloth one, wash it. Like, not that one. But anyway, and you can see the air going in and out. It's horrible. And I felt my blood. That's the one thing that really triggers me. Anybody else? The children in masks. That's just hard. It's hard. And I'm just like, and I feel it. And I've got the flyers from our freedom movement that explain, like, it's not just a mask here. What it does to you and how it fucks you up, all this kind of stuff. And I want to just, but I feel myself getting triggered. I'm like, okay, just fucking breathe a second, just breathe, relax. And I realized, okay, I got some love stickers from this. I got love stickers on me. So I'm like, okay. Take a breath. I come over. I'm like, hey man, how you doing? Hey, I got this cute sticker. It says "Be Loving," and it's got a cute little bee on it. And do your kids like stickers? And he's like, yeah. And I look at them. They're like, yeah, we want a sticker. So I give them a sticker, and I'm like, yeah, it's really cute. Here, have another one. And they're all happy. And I'm just looking at him, and I said, hey man, so listen, the mask thing, all the studies and stuff, they actually show masks don't actually stop viruses, and actually you detox through the breath. So if you're blocking your breath, you're actually retaking your own toxins, and it's really not good for anybody, and they're bad for people in other ways too. And he looks at me and he goes, yeah, they never really had the deaths in kids to justify masks. I'm like, no, they didn't. They did not. Can I give you this little flyer to read? And he goes, yeah, sure. And he looks at it right in front of me. He just looks at the points, and he just has a moment of like, yeah, thanks, man. And I'm like, yeah, man, no problem. Have a good one. And I walk off. And I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. We got to do it through the love. Even when we talk to someone, we try and wake someone up, give them information. As long as we come from love, it's correct. And it was just a beautiful moment where I'm like, yes, it's all true. All the things Jesus was talking about, it's all true. Because it's so easy to get pulled into it, right? Because it's an insane time. So that was just a beautiful reminder. And so that's my practice. I try and do that. When I talk to people, I try and always come from the love vibration and connect on that human level, because we're all human first, right? We're all visiting this planet together first, and then we're brainwashed, traumatized, confused, suppressed, enslaved, all these things. But we're all human first. I have a joke I do about this that I think is kind of apt. So I'll do this one joke, and then we'll go into the next bit. The way I describe like the new world, you put so much energy into trying to wake people up, but at some point I got to this moment, and I'm guessing probably some of you have as well, where you realize it's more powerful to build the thing you want to see than to fight against the thing you don't want to see, right? Yep. Because if you're fighting against it, you're giving it energy. The most powerful thing you can do is ignore it. You know, you're trying to date someone you like them, they just ignore you. It's fucking crazy, right? It's like, like me. So it really is that. So I got the download from Spirit. It was just like, bro, just build the thing, and just build a new world. And so, and I have a joke about it where I basically talk about it. It's almost like we need to, it's like, imagine like we're all in a party. Like we all, the beings that understand the satanic system is collapsing before our eyes, and it's up to us to build the new world from a place of love. And it's like we're in this epic building, and it's got like glass, and there's the greatest party ever in there. Like people are just, there's vegan food, you know what I'm saying? There's smoothies, people are healthy. Hey, we're still making love in there, right? Because nobody took their shots. So everybody's having a great time. It's unbelievable. And then the people on the outside, you know, they've taken the shots, and you know, they're probably, some of them are limping, some of them have the little masks, and they're walking around. But they'll look up, and they'll see this epic time that we're having, and they're gonna be like, wow. And they're gonna limp over, and they're gonna knock on the glass, you know. And we're gonna come over, we'll open up the door and be like, what's up? And they're gonna be out there. They're gonna be like, yeah, we see you guys, and it's so beautiful, and there's so much love, and everybody's having a great time, and well, we're kind of fucked out here, and like, could we come in and join you guys? And we're gonna say, well, of course you can come and join us. You probably only have a few weeks left to live. You might as well come in here and have a good time. And it's kind of the truth, right? We just build the new, shiny, amazing world. Just like in our own development, we become that highest version of ourselves, and that affects all the beings around us. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So that's one of the things I'm doing is the I Project Love Foundation. We're making an app, which beta testing soon. But it's basically like, you know, those dating apps. Not that you guys would ever use a dating app, but you know, other people out there use dating apps, and you scroll through. So we're actually building an app where you scroll through it, and it's somebody's face, their skill set and their mission, their project, like what are they doing? And if it's amazing, wherever they are in the world, you can connect with them if you want to, but you also rate the project. So you go like, this is amazing. So all the most amazing projects rise to the top, and the ones that are the most mind-blowing, they actually come on a show, and we do an interview and go deep, and then all the people who are listening, we can come together and make it happen. So if they need a marketing guru, someone on the call goes, well, I do marketing. Someone else says, I got a healing center, but I'm, you know, whatever, I need more land, or I need an investor. Someone else goes, well, I'm actually looking to invest in a healing center. And so there's so many of us that got the download that we're building the new world, and we need a place. So that's actually, you know, so we spread love and consciousness and all the things, but we're actually creating this app, and that's been, and I said no. Spirit was like, you're gonna, because people know you and you've done your work, you gotta make this app. And I was like, I don't know shit about that. Pick someone else. And Spirit's like, you have to do it because you're the guy. I was like, fuck, okay, fine. And I don't know anything about it, but there's people, and they've been paid, and they're making it, and soon apparently we can start testing it and giving people logins. So we're doing it. Yeah. So other than that, the last part of the show, what I wanted to do was something a little bit special, because I could do comedy all day. Did you like the comedy portion of the show? Did you like it? Okay. Thank you. It seemed like you like it, so I'm glad you did. I want to do something a little bit special. So basically, because of my trauma that I was talking about in the beginning of the show, that's real. Like, you realize most of the jokes is just the truth, right? About my life, right? I made up very little for the show. Comedy is being able to be comfortable enough with yourself to share who you really are. The best, at least if you ask me, the best comedy, you know? And so I want to do a little something special. In 2015, I was at another workshop where it was all a flow. It was a personal development, but it was just in flow. Things happened and people requested things, and it was beautiful, and I was just attending it. And at the end of one of the days, I just said, would anybody like to do stand-up comedy here? Learn how to do stand-up comedy. And if a bunch of people, about 15 people said, yeah, that'd be great. And we spontaneously did this little workshop, and in the end, everybody ended up performing their little for like a minute, and we all laughed, and it was wonderful. Don't worry, you're not going to be doing comedy tonight. I see people going, really? We don't have that much time. But I ended up doing this as a process, and I would just, once in a while, around the world, I would end up doing this little course where I would get people to do some exercises where they open up their hearts, connect with each other, but then actually end up writing jokes about their trauma and their shadow and all this kind of stuff. And everybody would go around eventually laughing their asses off at their shit, right? And it was really, really fun. And it's very, very profound because most of us, we're not really sharing who we really are. We're sharing some of it. We're sharing the, hey, look at me, I'm so happy, I'm so perfect. Look at me, it's like our Instagram, look at this picture. You don't fucking look like that. But that's what we're doing on some level. And so this thing was born, and it's one of those things where I should be doing it all the time, and Spirit's been like, do the thing more, because that's your gift. So I'm basically going to be going around the world doing comedy shows, but also comedy therapy and authentic relationships, relating this course. So I thought it'd be really special today here, rather than, because you guys come and you watch all these talks, and this is different because it's comedy, but how about we do a couple of these exercises that will actually open us up and get us to connect deeper with each other right here in this room. How do you feel about that? Yes? Okay, beautiful. We're going to do it. So, exercise number 1, you're going to have to get out of your chairs. Oh, no. That's right. So get up out of your chairs. It's very easy. It's going to be beautiful. I only ask that, once we do it for the time that because people love to start chatting, but then, of course, that'll eat up the time, and I won't be able to finish on time. So please, let's just do it together. Stick to that. Okay. So all we're going to do is you're going to find one person, whether you know them or not, doesn't matter, and you're just going to face another human being. Face another human being. Yeah. There's a beautiful lady over here. You can, but no, there's a wonderful lady over here. There you go. Perfect. So all we're going to do is we're going to look at the other person's eyes. If it feels okay, you're going to grab each other's hands. You're going to hold hands. And all we're going to do is first you're going to take a deep breath and just connect. Wow, that was enough. People laughing, losing their shit already. Breathing and looking at someone in the eyes? Women are supposed to be the ones that can multitask. You should be able to. Oh, okay. Okay, this will be good. And all we're going to do is when it feels right to you, we're simply going to say to the other person 3 very simple things, but you'll be saying it at the same time. So it's a matter of feeling when is the correct time for you both to start speaking these things when you've connected on an energetic level. But what the things are going to be, very simple. It's going to be, I see you, I honor you, I have love for you. So you're going to be looking at each other, and when it feels right, maybe you'll do a little hand squeeze, use your psychic powers. When it feels right for you, I see you, I honor you, I have love for you. Beautiful. And if it feels right, you are allowed to hug the person. Perfect. Now guess what? 2 more people. No chatting. Find someone, walk around the room. You're going to make eye contact with someone, and when it feels right, connect with them and do it again. I can join this too. Yeah, whenever it feels right. I see you, I honor you, I have love for you.
And now I'm gonna hug you.
To get on my tippy toes to hug
And I have my
So when you've done your 3, grab a seat. Yeah. Now the seating is only so I know who's ready. We'll be getting back up in 1 second. You've done it? Oh, look at those beautiful hugs. Oh, it's so nice. So nice. Oh, isn't it good? It's the best. It's free drugs. How was the comedian? He gave us free drugs, oxytocin. He made us hug each other. It was crazy. He is a spiritual conspiracy theorist. All right. So next exercise. I came up with this one myself. It's really, really fun. When you hear it, you're going to go, ah, and then you'll realize it's fine. This one is called the secrets game. So most of us, yeah, that's right. We have little things maybe we're not so proud of, maybe things we wish we had done differently, and they're just kind of locked up. We keep them to ourselves. And when we actually speak these things, it kind of releases them. So I do want to say, this is a safe space, and whatever happens at LA Conscious Life Expo stays at Conscious Life Expo. Agreed? Perfect. So all we're going to do now, it's a very simple game. You're going to walk around the room, you're going to make eye contact with someone. When you make eye contact with someone and you feel like this is something that you want to do this exercise with someone, you have something to share, all you're going to do is walk up to the person, hold hands, make eye contact, and what feels right, if you've got a secret you want to share, you just ask them the question. You say, can you keep a secret? And then they're going to say, I can keep a secret. Then you tell them your secret, and then they afterwards just say, your secret is safe with me. And you walk away. Now, you might think, I don't know if I'm ready to have it. I don't know if I want to share something. You can tell the truth, or you can completely make something up. It's up to you, as long as a secret is shared. Yeah, it's a fun one. So, here's how it goes. So again, you're just walking around, make eye contact, you see somebody, if you got something to share, can you keep a secret? Yes, I can. Tell them your secret, and the receiver simply says, your secret is safe with me. You can do a little bow, hug if you want, walk away. Very simple. Come on, guys, get your butts up. I feel that resistance. Resistance means there's growth to be had. That's what that means. Walk around. Only when you feel like you see someone, you go, oh yeah, I want to do it with this person. And walk around. Don't go right in. Just walk around the room and feel. And when something comes to you and you want to share, that's the time to do it.
Oh my god. I was thinking about you guys. I was like in a voice. No. You still go?
Yeah, but we'll just do some connection exercises. It's like the end of the show.
Oh, do you do comedy and then you do like
Yeah, it's a mix. It's comedy and consciousness. So.
we're on the same cosmic comic consciousness?
Anyway. Yeah, do the last one.
Drum, speaker.
So as long as you've done at least a couple, at least two, then grab a seat. You've done your work. Yeah. How long have I got left, by the way? I haven't, just so I know. I haven't gotten the 10-minute mark yet, so. Where? Yeah? Oh. There's no one else. Okay, great. Oh, perfect. Great. No rush then. Excellent. Are you having fun? Yeah. Great. Excellent. Yeah. A? I'm not that Canadian. Well, once you escape Canada, you don't have to say A all the time. When you're there, and people visit your country, you have to say it. But now I'm out. So where are you from? You had like a Scandinavian accent. No? Oh, okay, Michigan. Okay, Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Nice. Okay. So how was that for you guys? You survived? Who ended up telling? Well, you don't have to say, but who told the real secret? That gives it away. Did it feel good? Did it feel good getting something off your chest? It did. Okay. Yeah, because we all have a tendency to just, bottle everything up, and actually just sharing is really profound. It's funny too because I did this recently, and people were saying, initially they're like, I'm just going to make something up, but then suddenly you're compelled to just say something honest because the soul wants to actually authentically share, right? That's what we crave the most, is to actually have that authentic connection with somebody. And so given the opportunity to do so, we do so, right? But I give people that exit. Okay, if you can't do it, just make up some shit, whatever. Yeah. My penis is 14 inches. Yeah. All right, and I'm single. Don't tell anyone. You know what I mean? That's what you want to do. You laughed a little bit too hard there. Yeah, no, I do. I'm just being silly. Yeah, my mom was. Did anybody have like a control freak parent? Just had to control everything. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great. And isn't it great how we didn't pick up any of those qualities? Isn't that amazing? How we don't control at all. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. So funny story about my mom. She was very controlling with everything. She wouldn't let me like eat like what I wanted to eat or go out or see movies, like nothing. I was like a slave. It was, again, preparation for government. It was great. True story, one day there was an after school program, and she, I go to this program and they just look after the kids, And I show up there and I noticed they have this big table full of snacks, and it had like Oreo cookies and all this delicious stuff, and I'm like, hey, who are the Oreo cookies for? And they're like, oh, it's for you guys. And I was like, how many Oreo cookies can I have? And they're like, you can have as many as you want. Yeah, she knows. I ate an entire box of Oreo cookies in one breath. Like literally just and the look on the woman's face was priceless. She was like like, wow, what is the matter with this kid? Yeah, she was very controlling. Did anyone also get the program, You Have to Be Perfect? Who are my perfect people? Yeah, there we go. There's a good one. That's a good one. You gotta be perfect. Don't make mistakes. One time, it was the beginning of the grade 6 and first week of school, and I'm writing. My mom's sitting here, and I'm writing an essay, and I start. This is back when, remember, we used to have pens and paper. You remember? Some of you remember. Some of you. And I made a mistake, and she's right next to me, and I stopped, and I was like, shit, we forgot to buy white paper, liquid paper. Remember liquid paper? You used to be able to, okay. Old people, yes, thanks for being here. I just turned 44 yesterday, by the way, so it's a very special show for me. The big 4-4. Yes. Still young.
You're a teen elder.
Honestly, I had the realization that aging is completely optional a couple of years ago. It's like literally, if you're here at service to the Creator, you can be here as long as you need to be to fulfill your mission. And when it's fulfilled, you'll be like, fuck it, and you'll be, you apparently when we're done, you'll be like, I'm done, this was great, see you guys later. But yeah, we don't need to age. But I made a mistake, and I turned to my mom and I said, oh, we forgot to buy liquid paper when we went shopping for the school supplies. And my mom looked at me and she was like, what's liquid paper? And I said, it's to fix it when you make a mistake. And my mom didn't skip a beat. She looked at me very serious and she just said, you shouldn't make mistakes. Yeah. So that's what I'm dealing with. I remember we went to Russia once. My mom took me to Russia. And she had this idea in her head that if they knew we weren't, we were Russians and we escaped Russia, that they would treat us worse, that we're traitors or something, right? So she looks at me, she's like, when we go talk to them, just act Canadian, like just speak English. And I'm like, I'm fucking Canadian. What are you? I'm born in Canada. She's like, but just speak English. And I'm like, all right, fine. And I walk up and I accidentally, like she's doing her thing, and I by mistake I start speaking to her in Russian. I'm like, Mama, почему? And she just starts kicking. She just starts beating me and just yelling at me. And I'm just like, you're not fucking fooling anyone. Like, first of all, you have a. She walks up like, hello. My name is Tanya Dementeva, and this is my firstborn child, Alexander Lazarev. We are from the Canada. Like, we have Russian names. You speak with an accent. You're wearing a fur coat. You know what I'm saying? And Canadians don't beat the shit out of their children in public. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the signs are there. So that was. So I had this control thing, which I've been working on, and it's been really good. And that's what we really seek. We really seek to be free. This is why we're all here. This is why you're at the freaking rabbit hole. So we all seek freedom, on every level, and we all seek to have that authentic connection with another, which was the very first exercise. Very simple. I see you, I honor you, I have love for you. And it doesn't matter man or woman or what you're wearing or how successful you are or what's in your bank account. None of those things matter because the soul is connecting to another soul. And we just want to be seen. Very simple. So, shall we do another exercise? Yes. Yeah. She's like fear in her eyes. Like, no, please, no. I just want to sit here and laugh. Don't make us work. But this is different because it's voluntary. You decided to be here. Your parents didn't force you to come here. If anything, your parents are like, those people are crazy. Don't go to the conference. So we'll do another one. That's really nice. Now this one, I think you guys are gonna love it. It's beautiful. So I feel like you guys are ready. We're gonna do it. Because the conferences and talks are great, but doing things with other humans to actually connect, I think takes it to the next level. I'm not crazy, right? No. Okay. So we're gonna do another fun game. It's gonna be great. Here's how this one works. I'm good crazy though. I'm good crazy. The crazy the government doesn't approve of. So yes. I like how somebody asked me recently. They're just like, you're for a spiritual guy. You're a little bit cocky. You seem a little bit. And they said, are you a little bit confident because everything you've been saying for the last 20 years has turned out right? And I'm like, that might be part of it. Yeah, kind of. Because 20 years ago, I'm like, this is all bullshit. So that there's other reasons too, but a little bit cocky. So we're going to do a really powerful exercise. It's so good. All we're going to do is we're going to look at another human being in the eyes. But as you're looking at the other human being, whoever's turn it is to go first, we'll just say person with long hair, makes it easy. You're going to be staring into their soul. And when you feel some kind of an emotion coming up in the person, all you're going to do is call it out. So for example, I'm looking at you in the eyes, and I can see you've got a little cheeky smile. You got a little hint of comedy, like you're amused. So I would say to you, you're amused. And all your job would to do is simply to graciously accept that attention that I'm being present with you. So all you say is, thank you. I am amused. That's it. Now it's your turn to be present with me, and when you feel something comes up in me, so we'll practice now. So we're doing it. I'm just gonna be here. Okay, see, my ego doesn't like that. I'm so patient, you don't know me. But the trick to this game is to accept that even if only 1% of me is a little bit impatient, that's something that she sees, and that I'm responsible for that, to accept that, even though my ego's like, I'm not fucking impatient, what are you talking about? So I then say, thank you. I am impatient. And then you punch him in, no, don't punch him. And then it's my turn again to be in presence and to just be present with you and see what comes up. And we're just going to go back and forth a little bit. 2 things. Don't be doing the poker face. Everyone's like, oh, they're watching me. You're not going to be shot. You can just allow your face to be normal. And you can repeat what was said. So, for example, if we're doing this exercise for a couple minutes, and a minute ago she was amused, and it's my turn to go again, and she's still amused, I can say, you're amused, because it's about the moment. It doesn't matter that she was amused 2 minutes ago. That doesn't mean she can't be amused now. So you might be standing there for a few minutes just constantly saying, you're amused, thank you, and it's just over and over, if that's what it is. It's just about the present moment. And, if you ask most people, certainly if you ask women, what's the most attractive quality in a man, what would you girls say? Obviously rich, but after rich, big dick. Okay, after rich and big dick, what is, I don't know why I looked at you then, I'm sorry. What would you ladies say, the most important thing in a man? Kindness? Pays attention. Presence, really big. Like, honesty is good. But a guy who's not really present, it's not going to work out. And that's all this is here. We're just practicing presence together. So, guess what? Go and find a partner. Everybody get your butts off those seats. If you really want to sit and you're sitting next to someone, you can do it. But I find it adds something because you really have to be in your body and present when you're standing up. So it is better to stand up. Yeah. Pick someone new. It's exciting. Couple people running away. Couple people like, fuck it. That's a problem. You're still a little bit longer. Yeah, I think. So it doesn't matter who goes first. So all you're going to do is be in presence with the person. And all you're going to do, it's not a conversation. You're just there. You're staring into a beautiful person's eyes. And whoever's turn it is, when you feel something come up, some kind of emotion, all you're going to do is you're going to say what the emotion is. All right, 3, 2, 1. You survived. Give him a hug. You made it. Fantastic. Okay, you survived. You can grab a seat again. Okay, so how was that for you guys? Anyone want to share anything? We're all friends here. Shy people. Okay, everyone's just like, yeah. Okay.
I got you.
Huh? Go ahead.
My partner was pretty accurate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Who felt the partner was pretty accurate? Yeah. Yeah, that tends to happen. Yeah. Did anyone feel a little bit of resistance? They're calling something, you're like, I'm not that. No?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, a little bit. Okay, all right. You guys are fairly advanced. Okay, beautiful. So that's the Meisner technique. So actors would do this for like all day, for like 12 hours a day. And apparently, I haven't done that, but apparently you start seeing so deeply into the other person's soul. After a while, you'll just literally say things like, "You're still dealing with the hurt of your father beating you, and he was an alcoholic." And people will be like, "Oh my God!" And they'll just break down crying because you'll go so deep, you'll literally know at the deepest level what's going on with this person. And that's what happens if you just stand there, because we're all one and we're all psychic. So if you really stand there long enough, you will know exactly what's going through the other person. So I just thought we'd just do a little taste, you know. Yeah. So I'm Alex Lazarev. Basically, it's difficult always to plan a show because I've been doing comedy. You guys can have a great chat right after see me standing here with a microphone, and the microphone goes to the speakers and all the people facing this way. That's a clue that I'm the guy doing the show. It's always the women in the front. It's always the guys don't do that. But basically, yeah, I've been on the journey for a long time doing this, and this has been really special because again, the universe arranged for me to be here because I was supposed to be here, and I'm about to go on the world and kind of do this comedy and consciousness tour, which is a little bit what we've seen today. And you guys were kind of the first bit of that, so it was really special for me, and I'm really happy you were all here. I hope you enjoyed my gift. Thank you. Yeah, all there is to add is I feel really blessed because this is my gift. Like, this is why I came to the planet. And I've had other gifts and I've done other things in my life, but Spirit just kept saying, do your fucking comedy. What are you doing? Do your fucking comedy. And as soon as I went, okay, I'll just do the comedy, like nobody knows me at this thing. But by miracles, I did a little show in Sedona, and, very beautiful, amazing human being. I think she left the room. Anyway, the person who books here saw me and was like, and got me and was like, you got to come and do the thing. And now synchronistically, everything's lining up for me to go around the world and basically do this. And it's just literally trusting in the universe enough to do what we're here to do. And when we do that, it's a miracle. And I will just share one very short story to end on. Remember I told you that story of like the crazy guy attacked me when I was trying to do my jokes and wake people up. A week before that, what I was doing for money is I told you I had a business where I teaching men to connect with women, right? And I wasn't passionate about that anymore, but I was still making videos where I was, doing content, but the courses were being taught by one of my instructors. And so it was just doing it because it was an income. And I had the income for many years, and I was making 6 figures a year on that business. And when I got the call for the pandemic, and I knew, like, I got to do this, I started making videos to try and make people up in comedy and all this kind of stuff. But this was really holding me back, that I had this business over here. And I did something a little crazy. I gave that business away. 6-figure business. I just said, you know what? I trust. I know what I'm here to do. I got to do my comedy. I got to wake people up. I got to spread love. And I gave that business away to my coach. No strings attached. Just gave it away. And within 7 days of me doing that, the universe arranged for me to go global viral as a comedian that's trying to wake people up by that guy attacking me. And that got me. And I literally, I blew up globally as a comedian just because. And I couldn't have arranged that publicity. Like, I'm on mainstream media going, yeah, trust the government, they love you. That's you can't buy that. 7 days after giving away my business and trusting in the universe, finally I'm here doing what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. And that would be really my message to everybody. You are all here on your unique mission. You are all amazing beings, and settle for nothing else than doing what you came here to do. And that's it. Thank you for being here. I love you all. Thank you. And now the orgy. Come on! Oh yeah, so I have, one thing. They featured me in a book of freedom fighters, like Canadian people who are out there like doing it. So I'm in this book, so I brought a bunch of books. If you'd like a book and you want to donate something, 15, 20 bucks will cover it. But I'll sign it for you, and if they take me out, it's going to be worth a lot. I'm really, when my comedy gets out, I'm telling you, I'm going to be on a list. So just don't even get it because you want to support me and I need to eat food. Do it because you might make money in the future off my death. That's the reason to buy one of the books. Okay.
It's an investment.
It's an investment. Look at it that way. But so I've got those, and I'd love to sign them. I love you. You're all wonderful. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.